I'm John Schrott, and this is On the Spot. Today we're going to be talking with Robyn Engel, who is one of our architects here, who has a particular expertise in dorm rooms. And, Robyn, it's been a long time since I've been in a dorm room, and my experience was concrete block walls, gang showers, and a common room where you would gather to watch football game. What's changed?
Well, I'll tell you what's the same. There's still a common room to watch football, so no disappointment there. The dorms of the present day are very luxurious. They're quite nice and really try to be a home away from home for students. And we've done a lot of discussions with students to understand what is an acceptable number of people that share one kitchen, what's an acceptable number of people that share one bathroom, and then we structure around that. So recently at Carnegie Mellon, we're working on a Forbes Bueller dormitory, and the students, in discussing with them numerous times through planning in the project, discussed that they don't want to see more than 4 people sharing one bathroom or one kitchen, because then you lose a sense of accountability and it starts to kind of dilute the home away from home feeling that everyone is trying to create here. So beyond that, there's still a shared community space within each apartment. It's more of an apartment structure now versus larger groups of students sharing shared facilities. So there's still a shared living room, shared dining room within each apartment. And then on a larger scale of the floor, to help build the floor identity, we have larger lounges and studies. So there's a lot, a lot of amenities.
Do you find students leave their apartment and move to that common space? I'm just questioning the issue of isolation of those 4 people in the apartment.
Yes. So the whole intent is to entice them to these specialty spaces. So we want to cater to a diverse group of students with diverse needs. So, different international students, different, study habits, all sorts of different proclivities for study environments and learning environments. So we have smaller scale studies interspersed throughout the building, have lots of daylight. And then the more central locations have all of the more exciting things that draw people together. So that's where you'd watch your big football game and all sorts of movie nights and things like that. We also have some really cool, unique spaces in the specific dorm. On the first floor, we have a wellness room, which has full spectrum LED lighting that is tunable, so students can make whatever color lights they want. And we actually have a fully interactive kind of light bright, which is kind of a space to unplug, put your phone down, and really just kind of almost a meditative space.
Interesting.
So it's pretty cool. Yeah.
So you're catering to the wholeness of the individual.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah. We know students work really hard and the academic environment can be very stressful. So creating a home away from home and a place to restore and reconnect was very important for this particular space, and I think probably throughout dorm design everywhere.
So going back to the apartment, everybody has their own bedroom, right?
That's right. Yes. Yeah. So it is. It's a larger proportion of singles to doubles, but the most common unit for this particular dorm building is 4 singles and 2 doubles. So you have 2 singles on each side, and then the doubles kind of bookend the whole apartment space.
So the student can choose if they want to have essentially a roommate versus an apartment mate.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
I read somewhere that some schools were even going to putting double size beds versus the twin bed.
Sure.
Because a lot of kids coming from home, that's what their experience has been, right?
Well, that is not quite the stuff that we're seeing quite yet. We're still seeing the same, that's at least a similarity that I can see compared to my dorm experience, but pretty much nothing else is the same.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So is there new ways to address the HVAC in dorm rooms?
So one of the most interesting things about HVAC for me actually relates to acoustics. So one of the biggest pieces of the dorm room design is that every individual, every student, we want to have a really high STC rating, so sound transmission coefficient in each of those bedrooms, so that a student can play music and it doesn't disrupt their cohorts within the apartment, and then whatever sound is within that apartment doesn't transmit into the corridor or the study spaces especially, and those spaces too. There's also, that makes me think, we also have music rooms for performance and practice on the first floor, which was acoustically very interesting.
Well, that acoustic thing is really interesting because I didn't think about that,
Sure.
in an apartment and then isolating the apartment because the apartment's having a party. But
Exactly. Well, don't tell us about that, but yes.
Right. Yeah.
I'm sure that will happen too.
Well, Robyn, I appreciate you sharing your expertise and being on the spot. Until next time.